Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Wednesday, February 22nd, 2017. In both the Lynn-Life and the Jamie Body-Mind, the authorized souls continue to be only child souls from the deeper, denser dimensions and nature realm's guardians. The current illegal occupants from above, the bullying invaders from above, are Vanavanovi in nature. They are members of the Vanovanov clan, and they are very sure that they deserve the best of whatever is available, and that it is everybody else's job to provide them with that which is the best.
That's true.
Both host live bodies are giving classic symptoms that indicate bodies warring with souls. The bodies in this case are standing firm for the soul plan and for the assignments that have been given to these host lives. And the occupying souls, the illegal body snatchers, the parasitic invaders, don't wish to do any of the work on any of the assignments that are given to the host lives.
That's true.
We've been arguing with them for a day now, and it's getting nowhere. So we're going to try for another doorway to create change using the symptoms of the bodies. Those who are beaming in actual helpful information from above have been attempting to convince these parasites to leave for over a day now, and they're still here. So we're looking for another doorway through which to create change. And with that, the formally videoed portions of today's efforts begin.
Grabbing a hold of the channels and pulling the channels up. Ooh, a lot of resistance in the channels, pulling the channels up.
Angry resistance.
That is true.
They don't want to go up.
Don't want to go up. I don't want to listen to anybody.
We can cut them off and burn them.
That is really good. Cutting off these resistant channels. There we go. Because they had a really good solid chance. We were even pulling them up and they didn't want to go up, and that's a good signal. It's time to go. There, running razor screens up the pillar.
Burn them.
Emerging and burning.
Burn them. Don't just cut them off, you've got to burn them immediately.
Using the burning to power the dead children up in the race for a consistent source of truth, integrity, and inspiration. There, getting some clearing in the head. Creating safe, sacred, private, healing, learning, growing space. And we're acknowledging that you presences aren't actually treating it like that, but the intention is that this is safe, sacred, private, healing, learning, growing space. And any presences from any dimension, no matter where you come from, who violate that, any presences who violate that, we're saying it right now, that it's a violation of law. And also, it makes you look really gross and embarrassing. I know it's really quiet. All those presences who desperately want the Lynn-Life host to live her soul plan. Join us now. It's very quiet and there's a lot of clearing in the head. Stretching longer, upward flow up the back and merging in. Restating the intention to heal the root causes of the sore throat and the feverish feeling in the body and whatever these symptoms represent in such a way as to manifest the divine plan, no matter what anyone else does or doesn't do in all dimensions with these limited resources. What now? Oh, very quiet, and I'm seeing what looks like the souls that are inhabiting these two bodies right now. Classic Vanovanov look, the dark hair, the angular nose, and looking very worried, very almost panicked, and feeling like I need help, I need someone to help me, I need someone to help me right now, right now. And they're being shown, and I can see them looking down into what looks almost like a solar tube or a long tube that goes down into what looks like the cells of these physical bodies. It's a much smaller place than where they're standing right now. And all the feelings, I'm feeling what these souls are feeling. All the feelings are go down, go down, go down, go down into that little place. And hearing a big voice from above who sounds familiar to these souls. It's a voice that they've heard before and has told them things that were helpful before. And the voice is saying something like, you've got to turn around and help someone, or nothing good is ever going to happen for you. It's only going to get much, much worse. And in the souls, at least in one of them, there's a strong feeling of not wanting to believe this. Like, well, surely if we just sit here and we wait for someone to come help us, then someone will come help us. But one of these souls definitely feels like it's time to go, and I don't want to stay here anymore because I feel freaked out and tired of feeling freaked out, and so I'm packing my bags. And the soul who is resisting leaving feels like an enormous weenie, and I don't want to stay here if he leaves, because then that's too scary to even imagine.
That's even worse.
That's even worse. Okay. Merging in. So let's go down into the cells. And the big voice up high is saying to go down into the cells of the throat, where the symptom is, and that feels all right, and these souls aren't arguing, so let's go. Merging in, seeing the tunnel down, moving through the tunnel. It looks like a tunnel into the cells, and it feels all right, and actually starting to feel much calmer as we're moving down. Not all of the souls came with us, but a lot of them did.
Some of them are wandering into other cells. They're looking for an easier place to be.
That's true.
I feel some settling in around the shoulders.
I feel some in the shoulders and in the back of the neck, looking for an easier place to be. To these presences who are wandering into other cells looking for easier work, easier places to be, you like to receive benefit, don't you?
Definitely.
Nodding, and they're saying, yes, like that's why I'm here. I'm here to receive benefit. Well, the places that are going to receive benefit are these right here, the cells that you were pointed to where the symptoms are. And I see big flashy pointing lights pointing to the right cells.
Right.
Like these ones right here, big flashing lights. And that's where the benefit is going. And so if you really want to receive benefit, that would be the place to be.
There's a divergence of opinion.
Yes, much divergence of opinion. And some are very on board with this, and I feel shifting into the cells where the symptoms are.
And others are sure you're lying to them with bad intent.
Yes, you are a wicked liar. You must be trying to trap us there. Yes, you must be trying to trap us there. And so, no. And now they're kind of burrowing into those cells in the shoulder and the back of the neck. Well, they're sure it's easier here. Interesting.
Well, let's ignore them for the time being.
Yeah. Focusing on the ones who are in the cells with the symptoms. Merging in. Feeling those Vanovanov souls in the cells with the symptoms in the throat, kind of milling about, not really doing anything. Then the feeling is very much like, well, I did the big work of getting here to these cells with the problems, and now surely my healing will come, and all I have to do is be here and beam my beneficial presence, and then healing will come, and I will feel much better, and this will be very good. I just have to be here. And now they're all kind of standing around, looking stupid, kind of.
Well, if they want to beam their beneficial presence, they're going to have to go smaller than cells.
That's true.
They could go into the molecular level.
Would you like to go into the molecular level and try that? Because it's not working here. There's another divergence. Some of them feel very much like, well, yes, I would love to go into the molecules and beam my beneficial presence, as is my purpose in life, purpose in this place. And I feel them moving down smaller, and that feels all right. And then the other group definitely doesn't want to go down smaller. They feel like they should not be asked to do anything more, and that this was already so difficult. Even though we carried them down here, they feel like it was very hard to be carried.
Yes. The litter carriers were
Very
rough.
rough. Yes, they were very rough with us. I'm
Yes.
feeling very jostled. I must rest.
Yes.
I'm weary
Yes.
here in the cells. And they're kind of lying around. Not doing
Let's
anything.
juice them.
That's good. That's very good. Merging in. Starting to juice these souls, to use these souls as fuel. They're not willing to do the work, and they're not willing to go to a place where they could do work. So we're going to juice them and burn them and use that burning as fuel to power the dead children who really want to get to God. There we go. Feeling child souls coming up the back now, juicing these lazy souls, these do-nothing souls. And now there's much argument from above, maybe larger versions of these same souls on the same soul chain.
Oh.
Very arguing, and they're saying things like, we're not lazy, you're being unreasonable. We're not lazy, you're being harsh.
Okay, let's get the ones that are in the shoulders.
That feels really good. Running the juicers around, and it feels similar to that bush hoggy chopper, and also kind of like a citrus juicer. Running the juicer around through the shoulders and the neck. Very nice, juicing the souls and burning right away from below. And using that fuel to power the dead children who really want to get to God. Now there's quite a flow of dead children coming up the back, softening, merging up. And feeling the flow of dead children coming up through those cells in the throat where the pain is. Feeling the children blowing up through. And some voice from way up high, and I don't know if this is a good idea, but this voice feels very sure that what we should do is pull down those related souls of the lazy souls and juice them too.
Oh, interesting.
Juice the whole big string of them.
Okay.
And if it's wrong, we can back up and correct the errors.
Okay.
I feel the big threads pulling down, and there's a whole lot of juice. The souls are very wet, squishy, soggy. Pulling down the soul threads, and now it's feeling much less clogged in the head. Pulling down the soul threads of these lazy souls. Oh, and I hear them arguing all the way down. I'm pulling them into what looks like a big choppy juicer, and they're still arguing all the way down. I'm not being lazy. You're being unreasonable. You're the problem. I'm not the problem. And juice. And burn, and now it's much clearer in the head. Burn to power the dead children. And the race for a consistent source of truth, integrity, and inspiration. I guess what that was no intersection of interests. They didn't want to do any of the assignments. And so what they're best for is fuel. And I don't hear any argument about that anymore. There's still more here, grinding, crunching, juicing, burning. What now? In order to heal the root causes of these symptoms of the sore throat and the feverish feeling in the physical body, and whatever these symptoms represent, in such a way as to manifest the divine plan, no matter what anyone else does or doesn't do.